Hi, Schlockmeister fans. We're going to check out the other half of this Blu-ray combo. This one's called the Lorelies Grasp. Let's check it out.
Carl?
Here's a couple.
What are you doing?
They're about to get married the next day.
Just to say hello and wish you good night.
I suppose you've been celebrating. That's what's wrong with you.
As she says goodbye to her fiancé, a monster appears and attacks.
What had happened? Come on, tell us.
The heart was gone. According to the tradition of the 7 full moons, Lorelei will be transformed into an obscene beast. She will need to devour human hearts in order to return to her centuries-old dream.
Watchman, not a boyfriend.
There's a girls' school
Some
nearby.
boyfriends know how to watch too.
They're going to hire somebody to protect them from whatever's killing them.
Must give me absolute
This
liberty
is Sigurd,
to go in or out as I wish.
the guard they've hired.
I have confidence in you.
Please, may I have the keys to the entrance?
Well, the ladies at the school seem to like the idea of Sigurd hanging around. But even his presence doesn't seem to stop the killing.
Are you there?
Our next victim is that guy who was warning them about the Lorelei. He was right. The Lorelei rips out hearts, too. Sigurd meets this professor guy.
You've heard of the legend of Lorelei, haven't you?
Yes.
Well, everything they say in it is true.
So he gets these cadaver hands from hospitals so he can experiment on them, and he shows them basically what the Lorelei is. That's what happens. It's basically a transformation from person, woman, to creature.
I don't wait to find out what
And
it
the
is.
professor wants to destroy it.
Can't you guess my objective? I have to destroy a monster that's invincible. Much more dangerous because no one believes in it.
Well, the Lorelei is a beast that lives under the water. It's a woman, but it transforms into a creature at night, under the full moon, like a werewolf. And here's our next victim.
Oh, no.
Sigurd meets this woman who he doesn't know is the
Different from
Lorelei.
the other woman I know.
Now you've seen me.
You're not going to tell me you've never been kissed before.
Of course, being the red-blooded American male that he
You can
is,
believe it or not.
he kisses her,
But until now, no one has ever dared.
and then they start making out. Now he's gonna kiss her again. And then this dude comes and carries her off. I guess he thinks not much of it, but turns out our Lorelei has some protectors.
Are you progressing with the investigations?
The Lorelei
Well, to
then
destroy you, actually, my lady, no.
goes to the
I
professor
only pretend to return you to your origin.
and is going to get killed for his actions. Almost kind of by his own hand.
Meet again.
When the time is right, I will have you summoned. Then never again will you be separated from me.
That's kind of ominous. They find the professor and his notes.
Her power comes from the full moon, and human hearts will be her food during the 7 nights of Votan.
Our creature is lurking outside while these lovely ladies are enjoying a bath. And even though it attacks, believe it or not, these two ladies manage to escape alive because Sigurd shows up with his rifle. Later on, this next chick gets attacked. But she too gets saved by Sigurd and his rifle. So Sigurd puts on his sexy swimming trunks and swims in the river and finds this grotto. The grotto is more like an underground palace, complete with a guard and several lovely ladies as well. And a lot of jewels and gold.
Evil monster.
Lorelei wants him.
They have chosen you to be my companion. To stay with me, and not even death can place a barrier between our love. You will remain. We will be together forever.
So she pulls out this big diamond or something and tries to hypnotize him. But it doesn't work. Then she begins her transformation into the Lorelei monster. Some of the lovely ladies down there decide to free him because they like the look of a man.
Leave him. There's no reason why we have to suffer the caprices of Lorelei. All said his beauty.
Well, next thing you know, a three-way catfight ensues because they're jealous over him. Who's going to get him? He uses that time to free himself. Outside, Elke's about to be attacked again by the Lorelei. Sigurd is now out. He'd placed this bomb in the water, which now destroys the grotto and everybody inside it. And the Lorelei
We
dies.
shall meet again. In Valhalla.
And that's our film. All right, let's talk about the Loreley's Grasp, which is the other half of this BLU-RAY double feature from Scream Factory featuring Night of the Sorcerers, which I watched yesterday. So anyway, this one was a pretty cool movie. This is also directed by Armando de Osorio, who did Night of the Sorcerers, as well as those Blind Dead movies that I reviewed a couple months back. This one's a little different than Night of the Sorcerers. In fact, in so much as it's not so batshit crazy. This is more kind of a straightforward horror movie. It's about a mythical creature called the Lorelei, which I guess is similar to a werewolf in terms of, it doesn't look like a werewolf, it's more of a lizard-like thing, but it comes out at the full moon and kills. And the Lorelei is this beautiful woman who lives in this grotto underneath this river, the Rhine River in Germany, I guess. And she has this like underground palace down there with a couple of helpers and things. But at night, under the full moon, she comes out, she turns into a monster, and she has to eat people. Or actually, I shouldn't say that. She has to pull out their hearts and eat their hearts. She kills people, obviously, in the process. Men, women, doesn't matter. That's what the Lorelei does. So anyway, there's this girls' school nearby, and they hire this guard named Sigurd, who has to come and protect them because something is killing these people around this village, so they want some sort of protection. And there's always these legends of the Lorelei that some people subscribe to, but a lot of people think it's horseshit. But in this movie, it's true. So anyway, he actually meets the Lorelei above ground, above water in daylight at one point, and they make out a little bit. But then her helper guy takes her back to the river, and she decides, Lorelei, because she got her first kiss from this guy, Sigurd, and she decides she wants to be with him forever. So she summons him. He comes down to the grotto, and she tries to hypnotize him and seduce him. Basically, you're going to be mine forever and ever. We'll stay here, all these riches, blah, blah, blah. Well, he can't be swayed. He comes back up. He ends up throwing some dynamite down there and it's destroying the thing. The Lorelei comes up and attacks Elke, one of the women at this girls' school. And our hero, Sigurd, has this special knife that he got from this professor who we saw earlier in the film who got killed. He was trying to kill the Lorelei as well, lost his life in the process. But he has this special sword, this little knife, and he stabs the Lorelei. The Lorelei then turns back into the beautiful woman. She's got a couple of big wounds on her chest, and she says, we will meet again in Valhalla. And then she kind of just fades off, and we see this image of this horse galloping away. So anyway, that is the Loreley's Grasp. Now, again, not so batshit crazy as the other one was. Spanish Gothic horror film here. And there was some nudity in this movie, and I gotta say, all the actresses are just freaking beautiful in this thing. Just buxom, just beautiful, beautiful young actresses. It was awesome. There was some gore in this movie as well. It's some pretty decent gore too, actually. The ripping of the flesh and pulling out the hearts and stuff, that was pretty damn good. I mean, it's kind of cheesy overall, but I thought this was a pretty decent film. Again, this is a great double feature. It's got a little bit of both. It's got some batshit crazy stuff on the left, and then it's got a halfway decent horror film on the right. It's a good damn Blu-ray. So Scream Factory did a freaking great job with this. So I would recommend everybody go out and get this one. It's a great, great double feature. I like the Loreley's Grasp, and I hope you will too. So let me know if you've seen it, or if you want to see it, leave some comments down below, and we'll talk about it. The Loreley's Grasp. Watch it. Bye.